with for podcasts.
Yeah, we live too.
And
Get
as
at
I,
'em.
as I told you earlier, I was going to do the live on location. I have my first live interview on location, and I have my artists. You know, I had to have my artists in the building first on location. I got my artist KAOS, repping DaMass out of Newark, New Jersey. And we're in a beautiful establishment of his choice. This is where he like to come relax, where he like to come eat. He gonna tell us more about the spot. He gonna tell us more about the spot. So what's up, man? How you doing, Ken?
Good, man.
Talk to the people, man. They gonna be here to see you, man.
Yo, let me tell y'all something. Let me start this off right, man. We're gonna do this live podcast thing dope. First of all, we in Tag in Charlotte, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I'm from North Big City, so you know, I only go places I'm comfortable, man. Charlotte definitely gave me a second home. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is what we doing out here. You know, now, you know, just dealing with what's going on in the world today. First of all, man, listen, y'all checking in. Nobody got your back and shoot, man. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, you know? And when you want to be an MC, and you in this lifestyle as an MC, you got to take responsibility for the things that you say you do.
True indeed, true indeed.
My motherfucking big brother Fruit, you know. And we out here chilling, man. We having a good time. Always love the town, you know what I'm saying? It's my spot.
Yeah, man, yeah. This is definitely a nice spot. I'm glad you invited me out, man. I'm glad you invited me out. Thanks for having me. Listen, first and foremost, I'm gonna say rest in peace to Bella. Her funeral service will be today at 12 o'clock in Charlotte, North Carolina. I read a post, my song, salute, my song, the general. He said he gonna be in the building today. He gonna represent for New York City. He will be in the building today. So I just want to say rest in peace to Gwella, and send our condolences to her family. We down here in Charlotte, and we feel you. We know what's going on. We feel y'all pain. And shout out to Kyrie Irving on that $65,000 donation. Salute. Yeah, man. So let's talk about some you. First and foremost.
Come on, man. Get
First and foremost. You know, my viewers, my subscribers, they know I come from a background of incarceration. So I'm gonna start there with you. From my understanding, you were formerly incarcerated. Would you enlighten the people on what sent you to prison, how much time you did in prison, what changes you made in your life in prison? The things you're doing now that you said you was gonna come home from prison and do. Like, talk to the people.
Yeah, you know, so I'm going, you know, I guess I gotta tell you the ignorant shit.
Right. You gotta keep it 100.
So let me just
That's what we do here.
let me just tell you all the ignorant shit I did to get me to be bold enough to be in front of the cameras and talk about my lifestyle. For one.
First, let me say I commend you because this shit ain't easy.
Yeah, this thing, listen, man, you know, the thing makes it easy for me is because these jokers is out here getting paid off the lifestyle I live.
Say no more. Tell the people what it is.
You know what I'm saying? So,
More on that incarceration. How did that come about?
You know, Andre Morgan, 17920-058. You know, I beat the state all the time. But the feds, you know, they the ones that sent me to prison. Yeah, I'm from North New Jersey, so, you know, Broadway, 89 Peabody Place, you know what I'm saying?
The bricks.
The bricks. You know. Not in no gang, I'm not blood and crip, you know what I'm saying? I got family on both sides, so I go where I please. You know, pretty much, I'm a grown man, for real. You know what I'm saying? So I came up under a lot of dudes who was doing that lifestyle back in the 80s, all right? So it was from them that I got the game, and you know, some of them are live. So you know, some things I don't talk about, and some things I can. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is this: that like I said, Andre Morgan, I always check my credentials. Other than that, you know, killing all the corners swiftly. I got that name at 13. My homies gave me that.
That's chaos. That's the acronym.
Chaos. That's the acronym. It's not call me KAOS. It's killing on opponent Swift. It's the acronym now. But yeah, I got that name at 13. Caught my first charge at 12. I got.
When you got the acronym KAOS, you killing all opponents swiftly. What were you doing? Sports, rapping? What? Oh, that was just your name in the streets, killing all opponents swiftly.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to figure out who were your opponents.
Okay. So when I got the name at 13, it was, I was with dudes who was in the street, real heavy, right? And I was to be with them, just to be with them. So one day, they was like, yo, we're gonna call you KAOS. And I was like, for what? They're like, because you a brother out of call.
Okay.
And y'all remember, like, I'm the youngest.
So it was KAOS.
Let me tell you, stop telling me up. Let me tell you. So, being the youngest out of the group, I was probably 12, 13. The guys I was hanging out with, 16, 21, 25.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So I was always with the older crowd, so I was always the younger. But I wound up doing a bunch of shit with the older heads that my young ass shouldn't have been doing, but being I was with them, you know what I mean? So, alright, so eventually, you know how it go. You listen to your parents, you go to jail, shit happens, you bail out, you found yourself, come back. I ain't been home a year straight since 1992. Every damn year I had to go to court, in jail, got arrested.
So basically,
you know
in the system with an open cage.
In the system. Now listen, now this the kicker though. Because you were automatically assumed that you would come from two bad parents and you didn't have no structure in the household. Right. You ended up in all that goddamn trouble. That's totally the opposite. You know what I'm saying? My parents.
Not just you, there are a lot of guys like
no doubt.
And young ladies as well.
My parents are both educated. My great-grandparents are educated. My grandparents are educated. You know, I'm like the black sheep of the family, so to speak. But I come from a highly educated, middle-class family. So I just grew up in the hood. So all my friends.
How many siblings do you have?
It's only me and my sister.
Just two of you?
Yeah,
you the oldest? Or you the youngest?
Yeah,
baby.
Damn, you trying to take that from me too?
You want to stay the baby? I get it. I'm the oldest.
I got grandkids here, so you got the 80s. You got the 80s.
I'm the oldest.
You got the 80s.
I'm the oldest. Word. I'm the oldest. I'm the first born.
Nah, man. So listen, man. I played in the streets, man, and I was smart. And I was real smart. I wasn't smart to do the shit I was doing, but you know what I mean? So being in the streets, so what happens is, you being teach shit a lot in the jail, snitches, all that shit coming back. You know what I'm saying? People want to fight you, people ass, you know what I'm saying? All the drama shit that comes through with it. Shootout, being shot, and just doing a bunch of shit that you really can't talk about on social media. So it always.
Can I cut you for 1 second? As a youth, did you ever get sent away to serve like
juvenile? Like in the youth house, I never made it to prison. Because you gotta remember, my parents had no papers.
So you never made it to the detention
center? Yeah.
Like you always made it out the precinct.
No. I went to the youth house.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I might sit a month or two.
Okay, so you made it to the
You know what I mean? Yeah, but I ain't never go to juvenile prison. Because they got juvenile prison.
Totally
There's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I'm past precinct since 12.
Well, you got the juvenile facility before you get.
Matter of fact, I was just telling you.
That's like Sparkle.
I was at Sparkle. I told them they came got me from Badger High School. I went to Badger. They came got me from Badger High School.
Out the school?
Out the school, where I had a
wow, you hear this? They came and got the man out the school.
They got me out the school where it was going, and I had I'm gonna tell you who I had. Judge Judy.
The white chick.
I had Judge Judy. Now,
you hear that?
Now listen.
And y'all be watching her show.
Yo, y'all be watching her show. Where it was going, I had Judge Judy, yo. She was like, they can't get out from school. But anyway, they can't get out from school, and then they sent me to Sparkle. And then I had my court date. And when I got my court date, my pops came up there with the lawyer, you know what I mean?
Right.
Shout out to my father for always knowing.
Salute to all fathers that hold it down.
It was wrong. My parents taught me the game early. About always walking in with a lawyer. See, everybody else ain't had no lawyer when I was young. You know what I mean? Parents could afford it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's the problem with most black men. Because they say you're supposed to get a reasonable bail that you can afford, and then they give people in the ghettos these bails that we can't afford. That's totally the opposite of what the law tells you to do. And then they know we come from these communities where we can't afford these bails, and they still slay us. That's why so many of us are sitting on rack asylums and in Los Angeles County jails and shit like that.
No question. So, long story short, we're always getting bailed out from the mom, boots, and pops. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Eventually, the Fed stepped in and said, "You're paying me. I should be doing this." You know
Now,
what I'm saying?
you saw when the Fed stepped in. When the Fed stepped in on you, you were an adult. You were no longer a youth or juvenile adolescent. You were an adult. So when the Fed stepped in, was it blindsided or did you feel it was coming?
I actually felt
Did people around you start falling and you was just waiting?
like, no, let me tell you, I had organized something on the complex. And you know, when I organized it, I was just, you know what I'm saying, pushing trees at the time. So, you know, I didn't really give a fuck about what everybody else was doing. Right. I should have, but anyway. So, you know, after I organized it, Joker started falling. So, you know, eventually my wife at the time, you know, shout out to Nana always.
Salute to all the queens that hold it down.
She gonna get all this shit out of here. The day I did, the next day they raided my shit, bro. How I got tracked off with it. Some shit that I had because I was just moving too fast. I had to do a bunch of shit in a little bit of time.
They sent you to the federal penitentiary for a lot of weed?
No. I got caught with a bunch of guns. I got caught with 2 guns actually.
Oh yeah, they
Actually,
dirty
yeah.
gun.
This was like, yeah, this was like a little bit after 9.
Federal law.
I went 2003. That was 2003.
How long did it away?
You know what I'm saying? 12 years.
And basically, the guns is what made you do the 12 years.
Yeah, man, it was the gun, and I ain't got no quarter finger.
Right.
So look, so when you get caught, let me tell y'all something about this shit. And I'm gonna tell you how dirty this is. Like I said, ever since I've been coming up under certain type of dudes. This is my brothers, people I love, you know what I'm saying? But I don't really be into what they do sometimes. I know, but I don't. Right? So when you get knocked off in the Fed, like remember I don't got no quarter fingers. When you get knocked off in the Fed, they want you to have what? Quarter fingers. They want you to have quarter fingers. Let me tell you about those who don't have quarter fingers. You get the short end of the stick. And niggas who don't sound, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know, they can relate. But anyway, the moral of the story is the Feds play totally different from the state. Now, in hindsight, I want to give y'all some personal shit about myself that you can teach your kids. In hindsight, sometimes you gotta let your kids go through some shit that ain't gonna kill them, but it's gonna learn their ass real bad. Because always rescuing them, you know what I'm saying? It ain't always the answer. You can do more, you can do longer damage than good. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, it always depends on spirituality, how you feel about that. If God got something for you, it's really nothing nobody can do to take it for you. You know what I mean? But anyway, so back to my story, man. So yeah, I went to federal prison.
So you said the guns is what got you.
Yeah. They raided me, and I had just put the shit in the house. And I go back outside. And when I go outside, I jump in the car. Shit like, yo, they raiding your house. I turn around, police burning for my shit. First class apartments, Central Avenue. 3133-G. Yeah.
Still remember that.
Remember that shit. So, yeah, man, that shit was crazy. So, knowing that my wife was upstairs, I couldn't do shit else but tell myself.
Right.
You know, I couldn't really fuck I was going.
Right.
Fuck, I just put the bag in.
Right.
I moved every fucking thing else, got rid of all that shit.
You staying safe, got the safe.
Man, I had the 2 joints on me, because, you know, we stayed good up, so it was like, fuck it. And I fucking put the bag upstairs thinking like, I'm gonna be outside in the front so let me not have nothing on me if they run down on me. Not thinking like, yeah, so my motherfucking dumb ass. So anyway, I go in and say, you know how it go. They ransacking my shit. I'm like, this ain't no drug spot, whatever. You know, so I gotta think quick though. And I'm like, damn, I got the wife, you know, she's a handcuff. I gotta get the fuck out of here. I ain't bringing it outside for her to get a handcuff. Now, you mind to take you back for a lot of people. I know y'all don't know, but the reason I got down south is I was on a run in New Jersey for carjack and robbery.
Yeah, shout out New Jersey Drive. That's what they do out there.
So, you know, I'm innocent, all that shit. I beat all that shit. I beat 30 years, I beat all that shit. See, that's what happened. See, I beat that shit, and then nah, they caught me down here, sent me back to Jersey to trial. When I beat trial, the judge, he said, go back to North Carolina.
So when you ran,
I ran down here.
court defective, you never jumped.
No. Before I came down here, I was in some shit in New Jersey, facing some time.
Right.
I felt down here was gonna waste this time. Right. You know, but they catch me. Right. They caught me. No. The marshals caught me down here.
For that warrant?
They warned.
Wow.
Took me back. I went to trial. I beat it. When I beat it, I came back down here. That's
Free man.
And fucking 5 months later, the thing fucked me up. Because this is what happens. They know how to fuck with you. They try to break it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So now I get what you're saying. You're saying when they knocked you on the warrant, extradited you back to Jersey, you beat trial, free man, came back down south, now they fucking with you.
6 months later. It was like 4 to 6 months later.
Now they on you.
It was on my ass.
Yeah, you couldn't sleep up.
I think, you know, I did that to myself. I think my mistake was underestimating them and not moving as casually as I always should have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was younger.
Because I pay attention to detail, I notice when you speak, you be like, yo, okay. Sharply, that comes from your experience.
Yeah, because time management is just your life. You know what I'm saying? So I got real keen on it. Real keen on time management shit, you know? And I just my own fuck up. Handling nothing like this. But see, they be knowing who I be around. They be like, oh, I know you, so I know you. And then you be like, they don't know nothing. And they can't fuck with you because you smart.
Or you just really don't know nothing.
Yeah, if you just, hey, come on. Thank you so much. How you doing?
Thank you very much.
Listen, I'm like, so I'm like, you know, when you know, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We go
so,
get our brother on while we do what we do, man.
yeah, I gotta eat
Real
this.
talk, I just want to have a deal with it. I know it ain't Sunday brunch where I usually eat, but I'm gonna eat today. I'm gonna eat today. This food gonna eat as well.
Yeah, I was like, Rob was like, yeah. I was like, I'm
Yeah, man. So,
But shout out to my boy Dr. Legend, man, because he got something like that. He had a case and a pistol, and he was sentenced to something like over 30 years. And when he broke it down to me, when that family was he basically said, I think it was 2 pistols. It was over 30 years. It was 30 plus, but it was in the 30s. And he explained to me how, he was like, yo, son, the 2 pistols, they gave me 15 years for each one. I'm like, what? He said, that's why I had so much time. He said, I had 15 for each one, that was 30. He said, look, some kidnapping shit. Some kidnapping shit. He received like 6 or 7 years for it.
because you got a gun and active violence.
Right.
You got a 922G. That's when you get the convicted felon. You are convicted felon with a firearm. Then you got the 924C that I have. That's a using carrying firearm a person drug trafficking. And then it goes higher, like the 924C, 924F. You this shit in the goddamn robbery, murder, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. So,
Yeah.
you know,
He got lucky. He got lucky. God did him right. God set my boy free. Doc back out here. He had a corrupt lawyer. We ain't never tell him about the people involved in this shit. Lawyers was dirty, lawyers was up. I think messing with some pills,
Hey, yo, let me tell you
going to
something.
jail.
Hey, yo, let it go. You motherfuckers say, yo, you know to take this time, but you get a license. I'm so used to state, but you be like, yo, I ain't taking the first one.
Right.
You know what I mean? You like, I ain't taking the first one. Fuck all that. I ain't gonna take the first one. Then they come back for something later and be like, I ain't taking that either. You know what I'm saying? And the next thing you know, they be like, all right, this last thing, you like, all right, well, I'll take the 16. You know what I'm saying? The feds ain't like that. The motherfucker say, hey, you first of all, you gonna start off with this 5. You just need this 5 automatically signed off.
What that mean?
922.
What that mean?
A 924C is usually carry a firearm on person drug trafficking or something like that. Like, you know, you have a gun to protect the drugs. This is what the feds get jokers. To make sure they get a mandatory 5 years. Like, even though you ain't getting no extra 5 in the door.
Out the gate.
Then they say, man, that's just one thing. The next thing is we're gonna have some shit called enhancements. You get your PSI, your pre-citizen investigation report. The feds do. And this is where the feds will tell you all the money you make. Every fucking job I had. Every job I paid taxes on,
They know.
they had that shit on the piece of paper.
Well, that's what we know when you pay taxes.
But now listen, man. You know I was doing what I was doing. So they gonna look at the nigga police. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nigga police.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Every fucking charge you got, they got that shit on your PSI. Your PSI, man, listen, man, this shit ain't a game. This shit ain't about being no tough guy. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. That's what that's what all boil down to. You fucking tough people. Jokers, people. When you a father, when you try to get hold of your kid, that's gonna make you more tougher than any game world.
You're referring to when you're inside?
Outside, inside.
Oh, okay.
Like,
When you out on the street, I gotta get hold of my baby.
yeah.
When you're in the joint, I gotta get hold of my pen.
So you move a different type of way. I had to drain no game. I had to nothing. I represent my kids, man. So people say that gets you a long way, respect. And when you dealt with these goddamn processes, how long I've dealt with it, you just know they don't respect you. So you just gotta know your
Because you're a
shit.
black man. They just don't respect the black man, period.
They hate when you know your shit. These laws, 922.3 and 920, I need to learn these. It don't sound like much, right? But you need to learn them. And those,
Especially if you're in the street.
and those who voting, you need to know about them too if you voting, because you voting for people who are voting for these laws to be mandatory minimums and things of this nature. So, you know, it ties in. But let me get back on my ignorant shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I went to the feds, finally, I'm in the feds down south, so I don't know nobody.
What states were you in?
Fucking Kentucky.
What state you are? Kentucky?
Oh,
Louisville?
man, I'm in Manchester.
So what was your first drop off, right? Because I'm assuming.
Atlanta.
All right. When they arrest you, the feds, where did they hold you? Here in the state of North
Yeah,
Carolina?
Mecklenburg County.
Okay. When that was done,
Atlanta.
because your family's down here and all that,
You go to
that's
Atlanta.
done. I ain't get no business no more for a second. Everything's on pause. Where did they drop you?
You're gonna go to Atlanta.
Okay.
You know where Atlanta you gonna speak.
I was through that 3 hours.
Man, get the fuck out of here. You ain't never been through that motherfucker. Man, it's like you said. Amateur to know you.
3 hours, right?
What?
For traffic, nigga, 5.
They sent you to Atlanta, USP. USP Atlanta. Marcus Garvey was that. Marcus Garvey was that.
Oh,
Man, listen.
dirt road.
Man, listen. That's dirty, 20. You might just stay 24 hours locked down and cell.
Shout out to Cannonsville, Georgia. That's where we from, man. I said Macon, Georgia one time on one of my videos.
Yo,
Cannonsville.
but yo, let me tell you about Atlanta USP. The layover truck. Because I had to do time on that.
How long it was there?
Man, I was that motherfucker time. Oh, that week's like, no.
This nigga was there a week where he talking.
No.
That shit was that bad?
It's just the layover. It just brings you more from the prison.
Man, that's your first spot.
That shit is mice, roaches. He was drying off the fucking the county sugar.
Hold on. This is a fence? You wouldn't think that.
Listen, why you think Obama was coming in there and cleaning motherfuckers about it?
Wow. Now, if you said the state, I would have definitely agreed with you. I always thought the feds fucked it up.
Fucked up.
That week felt like a year.
Remember, I caught mine in 2003. I ain't gonna hold it 2016.
Shit looking like that. Wow.
2003.
Yeah, it's the 90s. I'm thinking, I'm feeling like you talking about the 90s.
2003, my nigga. Man was fucked up.
Wow. Is that where they got these guys at now?
I don't know, baby, and gun. Oh, I was locked up with baby.
Gunner and Thug. Not baby. Young Gunner and Thug.
Hey, yo, what's baby's name, brother's name, man? What's his name? Different bonding with somebody in there, man. I can't remember his name, but the baby's little brother.
So, when they got Gunner and Young Thug, that's where you was at?
I don't know where they got him at.
I'm spotting in Georgia, man.
I don't know, but they said, my
Look,
shit,
I'm lying. But they shit is, I don't know.
they might do state, bro.
I thought it was state, but then state got some federal laws and some shit. So I don't know the details. I'm sorry for not following, staying on top of my current events. I need to get more in depth to that. I found out about the young girl Quella kind of late.
Yeah. Shout out to her family, man.
Yeah, man, that was tragic, bro. Yeah, everybody's on it, man. I see my son. The funeral was this afternoon at 12 noon. That's why we started early. But everybody's at the funeral. I try to give people some entertainment before they go. But everybody's at the funeral.
Yeah, my life full of drama.
Let me ask you this. You mentioned how during your bid, you weren't a part of the cruise quick games. How did religion come about for you? Were you heavy into religion before the bid?
Yeah. I took my shahada in 1998. I took my shahada. The reason I never had to join those games or be in none of that shit, and I'm just gonna never tell you the truth, is because I move like a man first and foremost. And how you move is how you're gonna be carried. I don't know no good shit to tell you. Now I can see a lot of people can't do what I do. So maybe it ain't doing miraculous, and I like to look at it because I just look at it like shit, I was just doing me. My whole thing was I'm in here, I'm going home. What else is there to fucking talk about? I'm not gambling with you, I'm not fucking with the gay niggas, I'm not fucking with the Crips and Bloods. If you into all this other shit, there's no reason for me to walk the yard like that because I'm not into that type of shit. However, nigga, if you ain't got the power to tell me to get out this goddamn wall, you can't. How the fuck who got the power over here? Prison politics, don't get into the shit. You don't have to worry about it. Now if you one way on the street, your ass get locked up. Now you trying to, convert or whatever. That shit ain't work good for a lot of folks. Right. Maybe that was the people before I got locked up. Whatever the case may be, but yeah, that don't work. You know what I'm saying? I just, stay mind my business. Stay doing what I was supposed to do, man.
Okay, so you was a true and faithful Muslim before you did.
Well, pause. True and full mate was you slide for law. No, I was nowhere near to be no example of a Muslim. I had Islamic teachers and I knew right from wrong, but
he's a very honest brother. I gotta respect that. He didn't just run with that.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely that's the law for even admitting that. What that means is that I am one who has knowledge, but I'm still rebellious. I'm like rebellious. It's still punishment. I'm not bragging about. I didn't lose all my faith though. Like I didn't denounce the demon. But anyway, when I got locked up, it was just some time for me to study. I wanted to get the fuck away from the walls. You know what I'm saying? So the people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I read study. Now my Islam ain't had nothing to do with nobody else. You know, they I learned how to read and write Demonic Arabic on Pineapple Kentucky, USC Quarry. A brother named he was the E-man at the time named Al Sadiq. He changed his name to Al Sadiq. I think this is Philly, but he was from Ohio. I'm telling you, that's about you know, this channel really more up top than trust me.
Shout out Mac Mean and all the Ohio boys.
Yeah, man. Please, man. And anyway, so when I got to Lexington, my transfer from the USP to Lexington, Kentucky. And that's like a medical facility. So it's like, it's medical because the people that got high points or who could be in a maximum security prison, they might be blind or without legs and shit like that. So it's like, or what's that called, hospice. Yeah, they might, you know what I'm saying? But they point to high. So it was like it's a medical facility, but it's a low, medium, high thing. You know what I'm saying? And when I got there, I wanted to teach an Arabic class. You know what I mean? I had 3 classes graduating.
All this is in the state of Kentucky.
Yeah, all this shit in Kentucky. I fucking couldn't leave Kentucky.
I see that.
I couldn't leave Kentucky because, you know, because when I caught my case down in Charlotte, the apartment and everything was in my name. This is my address now. Right? So they putting me close to my region by sending me to Kentucky. Right. And I'm like, nah, man, send me up top. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get with all my OGs at. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm young, so all my OGs 52, 47. You know what I'm saying? So
with some time.
Yeah, they in. So I'm like, I'm trying to get up there with this where I could be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Cell phones, going on the streets.
No question.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I ain't see that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I had to decree of the law. So, and I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I say I was chilling, like, I ain't had no issues.
Right.
I met a lot of real ass dudes, man. And they put me up on the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling with motherfuckers and shit like that. But not with, I'm not fucking with niggas because they status. It's like
I thought you seen him a good person.
yeah, like people fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? When people got issues on the compound, they come to me like, yo, I know it's your Muslim brother, because I fuck with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I would go to the E-man or the Sharif staff and be like, yo, this shit happened over here, man. What y'all gonna handle that? You know, what y'all do, y'all political, you know.
Right.
Because my whole thing is I'm getting home. I ain't let nothing get me unfocused with that. You know what I'm saying? There's niggas that they were 3 life sentences and 50 years, man. I'm
So you went through the door with that mentality because we pulled it up.
yeah.
In the back of my mind, I want to make it home, but I know I got some time to do. So I didn't always have that attitude.
I ain't come this fucking far for me to be end up in jail and have somebody, man, fuck that. I know I ain't, that's how my shit was. I know I ain't come this far. I know I ain't come this far for me to end up the rest of my life in prison.
Right. Dying through.
This ain't happening. So what I am going to do is mind my business and then go home and get the fuck home. And my kitchen is already set on the table. You know what I'm saying? I'm here and I'm going home. Okay. And you know what? Come up. And because you don't have no co-defendants, and because you don't have no co-defendants, you can go anywhere. And the sheriff and the fucking fed, they gonna make it to the game. I swear to God, they was big on making it game.
It sounds like the feds don't like you neutral.
It's just because
Or someone.
it's just, and that's crazy.
They don't like you.
I need the money they need to be hating me. Like if I got the money that they like the way they hate on me. You feel what I'm saying? Like they ain't fucking with the kids, bro. When they got me, they got me. They knew they should let me the fucking know. Come on. You got me in there with John Gotti and all those people. You got me in there with terrorists and all type of shit going on, man. Like, come on, man. Niggas all in the Fed magazines and shit. You know how many niggas I met in the Fed magazine? I'm reading this shit and the niggas walk past the cell like, yo, you want to just talk to me? I'm like, this you? I'm like, that. But, like I said, when you move in a certain type of way, you don't have to. I don't know, man.
You keep saying I'm making it home to my baby.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about those days.
Yes.
You're a farmer.
Granddaddy.
A granddaddy. Let's talk about being a farmer first. How many children you have?
7.
You got 7 children. How many
3 children. 3.
7 and 3. So
Yeah.
when you went to prison in what year? 03? How many kids did you have then?
I had 4 men.
No grand.
I mean, I got a set of twins, so 2.
No
Yeah.
grands.
No.
So you went to prison.
Came home.
Trying to make it home to those 4 babies.
Yeah.
So you like to share some fatherhood tips to my people, man?
Yeah, hell yeah.
A lot of young men who watch this show.
First of all, the best example is going to be the Fatherhood Disadvantaged kind of my book. Second of all, I just feel like the only advice I can give is like, yo, spend time with them. When you spend time with your babies, that's gonna amount to any type of money that you think you're gonna buy. You know, any gift. You know, so when I spend time with my babies now, and that's another thing too. I just got joint custody of my 3 kids. You know what I mean?
Congratulations on that.
Yes, I did, yeah. Real shit.
'Cause I remember how you was.
So for felons, don't think that because you're a felon
Congratulations on that.
or you've been through some hard shit, because that's what they use. They try to use your past against you to discourage you from doing anything positive, because they say you can't outgrow your ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Like you're the only one who made mistakes. Okay, so getting my 3 children, right? I teach them reality. I teach them that you don't just learn when you go to school. When the system of the women being at the job a lot and she's barely home, that means that somebody has to teach the child. So if you're a father who's an entrepreneur, you work for yourself, then you gotta take 8 hours out your day and teach your children. Yeah, you gotta get a book and actually sit there and teach your child. You gotta reteach them when they come home from school. Now, it sounds like I'm smart, so I'm not gonna, I'm book smart, but I'm not stupid, but I'm not all like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I can learn. Everybody can learn something. I don't know it all. But you gotta teach your children what they're supposed to know about their spirit, spirituality, their mentality, their culture. You gotta teach them everything. Their history, everything. You gotta teach them that. They're not gonna learn that in school. They're gonna learn how to ask for a job in school. So anyway, so my little thug ass, I come home and I just spend a lot of time with my children. You know, I work for myself.
Now, before you went to prison, you had children. Did you feel that way? And were you putting that kind of work in?
Yeah, I was always going through like obstacles with my baby mothers with the children part, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, yeah, being a father is just something I grew up in a 2-parent household.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
So you had a model to look after that basically gave you a blueprint.
Yeah, I definitely, and that matters, man. And I swear, you know how many brothers I've been locked up this shit? The world, and that's the issue.
I didn't have a blueprint.
You know what I'm saying? And when you don't have a blueprint, so when you home now, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we do. Like,
You
we
didn't
make
have
sure.
a blueprint on a relationship because you had both parents there.
Yeah, but you know what? At the same time, it's what you do with it. But I did have
But
it.
at least you had it.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't have it at all.
Yeah.
I didn't have it. I didn't have that father figure. I didn't have that big brother figure. Then I didn't have the mother or the father in the house. I was with the grandmother. Totally different.
But a lot seems fit for you not to need that.
True. But now here it is. I'm pushing 50. I'm in a long-term marriage where my wife gave me a family. Love all my children. They're adults now.
But listen, look at the community service you do though.
No, but listen.
You do a lot of shit for like, you do family father
When me
shit.
and my wife got together, my youngest probably was 6. I ain't had no blueprint. Although I was cheating a little bit because I was incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't there every day. I had weekends, did this like that. So that was my cheating shit. But the reality of it was, I ain't had no blueprint, brother. I ain't know what the fuck to do. I had to be a parent to this child. Then I married a woman. I ain't no blueprint. Every fucking thing is on the fly. I had to teach myself everything. You know what I'm saying? And I instill in my youngest, like, yo, bro, I ride you because it's imperative that I guide you. No one guided you.
Yeah.
And the struggles I had to endure to get it right on my own, I don't want you to have to do
But I'm
that.
gonna tell you, that shit almost fucks you up because you know what? Not true. It almost fucks a person up because you know what? Having the blueprint of parenthood is always dope. Can't beat that.
Right.
Then it's like when you don't have that, it makes you tough and hard. You make more mistakes, probably, right? But the way that you come out, when it's all said and done, having either, it's always going to be based upon you. See, I just want from being.
It's based upon you, but it's based upon how you let it affect you.
Yes. Now listen. So that's how you let it affect you. How you let it affect you. You always gonna have mastery over yourself.
See,
whatever in your cipher is in your cipher. You know what I'm saying? You put it in your cipher.
I'm about to go there with you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? See, it's easy for you and I to have this shit because you got to have this conversation and understand what you're saying because you have knowledge of yourself. But everybody don't have knowledge of self. But in that situation, when you don't have knowledge of self and you're going through this shit, you gotta make a choice. Because you have no guidance. And 99% of the people without the guidance and no knowledge of itself,
Yo, you know what made me survive
they
prison?
choose the wrong thing to do.
I'm gonna tell you about that. Let me add that. Let me tie that in. Because
Pride was good. I'm glad you chose good.
that shit is banging. Because my parents taught me respect. My parents grew me up with respect, and that same respect that they taught me, clean up after yourself. Make your bed up. Get your room. Take care of your room.
Wash your hands.
Don't. Yeah, wash your ass. Don't half-ass do a job. Now these are all the things that when I looked at how I moved in prison, it wasn't like I was saying this my parents told me to do, but just naturally, like, yo, if I'm in a cell with somebody, they ain't gotta tell me to take a shower, to clean up after themselves.
It's natural.
It's natural.
Right.
It's been installed in them. And these dudes don't have it installed in them. So when they be having a label on paper, they be having a label on paper, and when they come in that motherfucker, they don't get the respect back then. Because they can't move how I move, because you can't think how I think. It ain't about your money.
It's about being a man.
That's all it's always going to be about.
It's about being a man.
So it ain't never going to be no tough guy other shit. It's going to be the smart, the intellectual motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, man, you got 3 life sentences. What the fuck does mean you really got to talk about? Now, I would chat up with you just to understand, you know, because them brothers be writing books and we having jewels to drop.
Right.
So people flock around me because they like, yo, I can fuck with you. You know, they're like, yo, Big Op, Jersey, Abdul Rafiq. They don't call me KAOS. KAOS is just my rap shit.
Right.
You
We're
know
gonna
what I'm
talk
saying?
about that next.
You know, that's just my rap shit.
That's
You know
how we
what I'm
gonna end this. We're gonna talk about that hip hop.
saying?
Yeah, so how long were you away? You said it's only 12 years?
Yeah.
How did it affect the kids that you being raised? How did it affect your relationship?
It affected a lot, man. Shit, when you ain't home, you don't need shit with kids. It depends on the relationship you have with your baby.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that 'cause she makes a big difference.
so you know, and because I'm the only one with the microphones paused right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to take advantage of this time to save my peace, but just know that it always depends on the relationship that you have with your baby.
I got you. I got you.
And
I got you.
but nobody can stop me with a lot I planted for it. So in a nutshell, me and all my kids is good. We all kick it. They know what it is. Like I
And we
said,
still gotta do something with my grandson.
yeah,
and boy.
in the work.
We gotta do something.
So my daughter's
What's the
gonna
name?
come along.
Frankie's.
Mhm.
Yeah, we got you.
So you know,
Shout out my grandson JC. I'm coming to see you as soon as I cut this camera off. I'm on my way.
no doubt. So yeah, so basically that's what it boils down to, man. You spend time with your kids, this who you are, man. Your light is gonna shine. You know what I mean? you don't really have to fabricate. You don't gotta be nothing that you're not. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I can't talk to everybody. There's some people, but for me, I'm just me. I love being me. You know what I'm saying?
Life is so much easier when you just be you. And you try to be the next thing.
Yeah. Now what happens with my life is being me sometimes, it seems to offend other people.
Yeah, that's because they're miserable with themselves. That's what that's about.
And they got to get handled.
They got to get lives. Okay, now let's talk about this music.
Okay?
From my understanding, first of all, you're always writing. You're always producing. You're always in the booth.
Yes.
Do you have any new projects out right now?
I'm working on my second solo album. I am taking the most time with this one because I want this one to really be way professional. Like it's other. My first album, Great Afghanistan, is out. YouTube, SoundCloud, let's get all that. So boom, right? So that one was done. I had just learned how to work this equipment. And when I learned how to work it, it was because me and DaMass, the people that I rap with, my other two homies.
Shout out to Maz, Newark, New Jersey, Rich City.
With y'all. So what happened was Tick and RD put the money up for the equipment. And I said, well, fuck it, I ain't got no money for the equipment. I'm gonna learn it. So I learned it. In the midst of me learning it, I started making beats. Now, unlike, I see why RZA forced his crew to make sure that everybody rapped over RZA, because the same way Cash Money, he rapped over Manny Fresh. My crew was like, hey, because he had a producer drama, you know what I'm saying? So they like, he make better beats. Right. But I'm like, I know, but I'm making them more rapping. Like, I'm saying every day, I'm just what he doing. He hood sharp too, you know what I'm saying? He got his shit, he doing. So anyway, they were rap, so I had the whole shit.
All the beats you made.
I started putting songs to them.
The lyrics to
every day. Song a day, song tomorrow. Sometimes I do 2 songs. Occasionally they come through like, yo, what's that? Y'all want to verse on that? Boy, I throw that to the mass. But I would keep going. I want to put a whole album up. Within a month. 14. Within a month. Wrote and produced. Engineered too.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's the first album?
Yeah, that's the shit that y'all be hearing.
Now the second album, was that consist of tracks that you did in the same fashion?
I'm doing my whole second album. I'm writing and produce my second album too.
Okay, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, why not?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I'm writing and producing, man.
That's what's up.
And I'm shooting my own videos.
Yo, so did you speak to Habib?
Oh,
I went home to my wife, yo, about to do my first video. Just get the shit right with me in life.
you know what I need?
I know about to be my first
That ain't no
video.
problem. We out here. That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem.
I don't want to say nothing to him. I'm going to let you
No, I got it.
But I shot him out every day. He actually lives on my joint.
Okay.
He lives on the joint.
Listen.
Right.
It ain't gonna be nothing against us. Nothing. At all.
Okay, then. The last thing I want to ask you about before we go is I read you are now plugged in overseas.
Yeah.
With a gig, with a online application.
Let me tell you, yeah, I forgot about it, yes. The Wild Plug USA is a show based in Belgium, right?
Okay.
So
it's a TV show.
It's a TV show. It's backed by AK Studios.
Okay.
And this is a big show out there in Belgium. Right? So how can I put this in this language terms? So this figure, Channel 11, giving me and you some money to do something, and then they say if you can branch out to the USA, we'll fund that also.
Oh. So those people that get that money, the branch out over here, and contacted you.
So this is what we're doing. So this is why so what I'm doing now is I give interviews to MCs, artists, cooks. You might do hair. Like any type of product that you can sell,
brand.
Got your brand, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. People can check out your page, whatever the case is. People just follow you.
Talk to the people because I think y'all need to pay attention and listen to this, man. If you're out there and you're an entrepreneur, you might want to listen to this. You might want to tune into this show. Find out how you can plug into this show. He's dropping a jewel right here. And if you're an entrepreneur, you might want to plug in. I'm sorry, brother. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, but just like you were saying, so the Wild Plug USA, what it does is it just gives you an outlook to people in Belgium, Italy,
International.
France, yeah.
International.
Africa, like I can't name all the spots.
International.
I'm definitely honored. Like I told him from the door, like y'all, I'm forever honored. You know.
So you're cooking up your itinerary.
Yeah, man. I'm doing everything. I'm doing graphics and my photos. I'm doing my own music. I got writing music. Then I'm running my YouTube page. Then I'm doing personal training. You know, I'm a personal trainer, so I'm certified. So if you're in Charlotte, you want a nice workout, get at me.
Yeah, that's what we do. Y'all see me every morning going hard. Y'all know what it is.
Going hard. I ain't gonna lie, you be going hard.
Y'all know what it is.
Yeah, so get at me if you want to do an interview and get you heard overseas. You know, get you a broader audience. I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? It's real easy.
I got some people I might want to sit at you, man.
Oh yeah, shout out to St. Laz and T-Bone Blast because
yeah. What's up? Shout out to the homie St. Laz, the GOAT. Shout out T-Bone Blast, 50 Villas.
Ain't no question,
The 50 Villas anniversary is coming up next Friday. We will be doing a 50 Villas deep freestyle.
I'm bringing St.
Friday.
Laz out of retirement too. I'm gonna be the first one
Man,
with a St.
don't
Laz
believe that
verse.
shit.
I'm gonna be the first one with a St. Laz verse.
I believe that shit when I hear it. I believe that shit when I hear it. Laz keep promoting all that old shit.
Killer too.
He keep promoting all his old music. Laz will not spit no new music.
I got you.
Laz think he's still Steven Spielberg. Laz think he's still Steven Spielberg. Laz don't know us little people no more. Laz don't know us little people no more. He ain't got 16 bars for us no more.
Laz got something in the
I might have
cup,
did
man.
10 freestyle Fridays. Laz called in 5 times just to say hello. He ain't get on the mic
I'm
yet.
Team Laz, man.
That's the homie. Shout out to
Team
GOAT.
T-Bone.
Shout out to
Team
GOAT. Say
Laz
that.
and Team T-Bone.
Oh.
T-Bone Blast. I'm
Speaking
T-Bone
of the
Blast.
homie, speaking of the comrade T-Bone Blast, shout out, salute. Speaking of the homie T-Bone Blast, he sent me a video, an audio clip of the latest shit he is cooking in the booth. And I will be the first to blast off with it when it's done. T-Bone Blast went in the booth and did blasted. Yeah, he did blasted. He ran on that Khaled beat God did. And I am going to be the first to premiere that.
I like T-Bone.
When it's done, I'm dropping it on my show. Yeah, shout out to the comrade T-Bone Blast. 50 Villas Deep this Friday. We will be hosting a 50 Villas Deep Friday night freestyle. I think I got about 5 of them online. Shout out King Price. Shout out Lizzie Maybach and the Mother Crew. I think King Price will bring some people through. And shout out the homie Moet. I got about 5 of those guys lined up for their anniversary. But you won't hear from T-Bone that night. You know why? Because T-Bone gonna double back next Sunday for Sunday brunch and give us the full T-Bone Blast interview and the 50 villain, the making of the 50 Villains creation. Yeah, so next weekend we locked in. We're gonna enjoy our Thanksgiving. Another thing, I'm so sorry to let the people know I might not hit the road and service the people. I'm going through some things with the wife, so I might be spending Thanksgiving with the wife in the hospital. But Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, we back on deck. 50 Villains Deep anniversary, 1 year anniversary. Then that next Sunday, that 2 days later Sunday, we're gonna have T-Bone Blast with her. Yeah, I'm a little tipsy. I've been in here drinking with the homie, so if I'm running off at the mouth, forgive me. But that's why y'all here, right? That's why y'all here, right? Y'all want to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? We chill. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my grandson. I'm on my way right now. I'm gonna finish my drink and I'm gonna come see because he watches my lives.
I'm gonna get him home safe.
Okay now, listen. That Belgian thing is gonna be a great look. I know I'm not as big as St. Lass.
You know what I
I
mean?
know I don't rap like
You
T-Bone.
almost there, though.
I don't rap like T-Bone.
You got a long way to go for that.
But
You got a long way to go for T-Bone.
you can shoot a brother an interview.
I got you.
I wouldn't mind interviewing in Belgium.
But you know what, though? That ain't about shit. That ain't about shit.
Yeah, man.
All right, we set it up.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I would love to talk.
We
to
talk
people.
every day.
Yeah, but
You know what I
I'm
mean?
letting the people know he just
try to
gave me
put
his
him-
word.
You know,
I
you
put
know,
him
that's how
on
they
blast.
try-
Fuck that.
But it's getting me used to the sinking
I
look
put him
there,
on
you know what I mean?
blast.
You know what I mean? I'm ready for MTV interviews now.
Yeah,
But yeah, that ain't no problem, sir. That ain't no problem at all, man.
yeah. So we'll do that. Listen, I appreciate you coming through. Thanks for having me out. This is a beautiful establishment. I look forward to doing it some more. And yeah, this is dope. Maybe you could do my Belgium interview here.
Ain't no question.
Huh? Like the alley-oop, right?
We take it outside next time so we can see the outside.
Yeah, the outside. We can do the
It's a
outside
nice big
next time.
spot,
Yeah, we're
man.
gonna do the outside next time, man. It's gonna be our little spot. You know what I'm
out
saying?
here.
We ain't gonna let y'all know what tavern we in. So don't be trying to figure out, yo, that's the poster from that spot. Because next week, that poster ain't gonna be there. I'm gonna change the poster. You'll never know where I'm at.
You might not really want to just pop up on the left.
Now, you don't wanna do that. But listen, man, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me out, man. Thanks for the interview. I appreciate you, man, and I look forward to having you back in the future. If there's anything else you want to say to the people, the floor is yours.
Stay focused, know the legs before you fall into the devil's pit of ignorance. Whatever the government says don't like, you might want to check it out. And you might need to like it. What they say do, you might not want to do. Right? And for those who are facing time or going through time, keep your head up, man. And just move as yourself. Don't be nobody else. Just be yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Just be yourself, man. It's the easiest thing in the world.
That shit ain't cool.
Don't chase the Joneses, man. Don't cloud chase, don't do none of that shit.
That shit ain't cool.
And on that note, we gonna sign off and say, peace, salute. Now,